Here.
Quick.
Here.
Askew.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
McDaniel.
Thank you. I trust that each of you have had a chance to review our minutes from December the 11th, and hearing or seeing no corrections, they will stand approved as common consent. Tonight, we have no proclamations. We do have one guest, Ms. Allison Waters. If you will, please give us your name and your address. You have up to 3 minutes.
Good evening. I'm Allison Waters. I live at 31 Huntington Road, Southwest. Madam Mayor, on behalf of the Floyd County Board of Commissioners, I want to thank you for your service to the citizens of Rome and also the citizens of Floyd County. You have led this board with integrity, confidence, and vision. You have demonstrated courage and decisiveness when faced with challenging situations. It has been a privilege to serve alongside you. This past year, you have offered encouraging words to me personally, and I appreciate the value you have placed on the relationship between the City of Rome and Floyd County. You and I both know that our community works better when we work together. I carry fond memories of our time serving together. Perhaps we can meet up in the new year and go shoe shopping to replace the shoes we ruined when Missy Kendrick dragged us across the muddy lawn at the governor's mansion. We're going to charge those shoes to Missy.
That's right. I don't want them twice.
So with me tonight, we have some of our ladies' night friends. We've got Pam Powers-Smith, Andi Lively, we got Missy Kendrick, Nancy Knight. There's so many others, and we know that you are still going to join us once a month for ladies' night. No men are allowed, sorry. Sunday, I value your friendship. Please know that you can call on me at any time. You will be missed.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you to my Tuesday night ladies. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Now, y'all know I'm a crier, so y'all won't forget, because I've been saying I didn't want to do this, but I love you all, and thank you all for thinking enough of me to come tonight and say that. It means a lot. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Resolutions. We have our solid waste collection fees and closure, so I'm going to call on Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I can't help but wonder, do y'all keep minutes at this Tuesday ladies thing? 'Cause, boy, the trouble that could be. So before you all tonight, what we have is a resolution to increase our solid waste fees, and that is something we have not done since 2018. What is before you is a 3.3% increase. And if you are at home or in the audience wondering, well, what does that mean about me? If you are like 97% of our residential customers and you have a 65-gallon cart, that is $9.95 a month, and that will be going up to $10.28 for a total of 33 cents. And so I know things are tough, and we've held the line as long as we could, but we do need some incremental increase. Similar increase on, obviously, yard waste as well at $1.60 a month up to $1.66. And so we think these are pretty conservative, but yet in the times we do need to have some incremental growth. And Madam Mayor, we would need a motion to approve such.
All right, thank you, sir. At this time, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran.
Yes.
Bojo.
Yes.
Beeman.
Yes.
Dawes.
Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
Askew.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
McDaniel.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries. Okay, thank you, sir. There's nothing on first reading. On second reading, we do have several items. And you can do that.
Yeah, happy to. Absolutely. So, Madam Mayor, before you all tonight for a second reading is the 2024 budgets, and we have spent a lot of time talking about budgets this budget season. We have our finance director, Ms. Tony Reinhardt, and I'd be remiss not to thank Tony and her staff for the countless hours spent that go into poring over in putting together the budget documents, because again, this is a pretty large, complicated operation with a lot of employees, and it takes a lot to keep it operating. And so we have before you tonight a balanced budget, and we would need to get approval, and that way we can pay the bills in '24. So kind of important for us, and happy to answer any questions, and I'm sure Tony would as well. So
Move to approve.
Okay, have a second?
Second.
Okay, have a motion and second. Any discussion?
Madam Mayor, I will be voting no tonight on the budget until we, as a city, recognize GMA best practices and continue to start to implement them for our budgeting process, just on matter of principle. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. When Mr. Clerk calls your name, you can vote that way. Mr. Clerk, if you would, please call the vote.
Ma'am. Commissioner Cochran,
No.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes.
McDaniel.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries. Okay,
thank you, Madam.
yes, sir, thank you. We do have several public hearings tonight, okay, and beautiful you, Mr.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. We do have 4 items for you this evening, the first of which is a particularly interesting one. As you know, I probably get 40 phone calls a day about housing, gas stations, storage units. This gentleman and his daughter called wanting to talk about a hemp growing operation. This is file Z23-12-04. The request is to rezone from community commercial to light industrial. This is the property outlined right here. It is currently occupied in the front by Rome Athletic Club. Much of the building is currently vacant. As you can see, there's another structure at the rear. It does sit along some railroad tracks. A good bit of the property is located within the floodplain. The property is just shy of 7.5 acres in size. There is quite a bit of other light industrial property in the immediate area, so this is not out of character, and it's not out of character to see a large metal building being zoned light industrial. The light industrial would allow for the gym to stay, and as I said, the proposed use is that of an indoor hemp growing facility. Now, this is essentially nothing more than a greenhouse. It's not that different than, say, Home Depot or Lowe's. The only difference being this is not open to the public. They do not sell retail. This is strictly a growing facility where they will then dry the product and it is then sent elsewhere for processing. This is the application itself. A map provided by the applicant showing where the property was purchased. This is looking into the site, showing that the sign was placed on the property as legally required. Some of the other structures in the immediate area, some old houses. This area is not likely to be as successful as it could be under community commercial. As you can see, there's not a high traffic count along Center Street. It doesn't have the visibility that Shorter Avenue or Turner McCall would have. This is a site plan provided by the applicant showing the approximate square footage they would use. This does come with a staff recommendation of approval as well as a unanimous recommendation of approval from the Planning Commission. Thank you, Madam.
Okay, thank you, sir. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing open. Do I have anyone here to speak in favor of? Okay, just a minute, sir. Do I have anyone here to speak in opposition of? Okay, sir, you'll have up to 10 minutes, and you may want to save some of that time for rebuttal, but you would need to give us your name and your address, and you can start, please.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor. Good evening to you and fellow commissioners. My name is Charles Creighton. I live at 23 Horse Lake Creek Road, and I am the owner of this property. 2 Center Street was originally built as Wheelers. If you live in Rome long enough to remember those days, it was a lumber yard. That big building in the back is a pole barn, which we use now for storage of our equipment for my promotions company. So the gym is staying, gym's growing, doing great. We're not about to change that. My daughter, Callie, who is really the star of the show, I'm going to introduce her to you, and then I'm going to sit down. Callie went to Auburn University, got a degree in agricultural economics and agribusiness. Then she moved out to Nevada and worked in the cannabis industry and learned about growing that product line, and worked in a number of areas related to that. And so she's been a dream of hers to do this. And so we found out, talking to Bryce, that the property, to be able to do this correctly, would need to be rezoned to light industrial. It is in an industrial area, as Bryce said. And so fortunately, it's not been controversial, and very thankful for the Planning Commission to approve it unanimously. So I'm really here to introduce Callie. She wants to say a few things to you about the hemp business because that's something people are interested in. I know that's been everything that you bring to Rome that's never been done before is something that people want to know about. So I'm going to let her speak on the record for that, and I'm going to sit down. Thank y'all.
Okay,
And Merry
thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you. Kelly, if you would, please give us your name and your address. How much time do they have left?
We got about 8.5 minutes.
8.5 minutes left. Okay.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Callie Creighton, and I live at 23 Horselake Creek Road, Southwest. I am here tonight in support of the rezoning request of 2 Center Street from community commercial to light industrial. As you all know, the reason for this rezoning is to open an indoor hemp growing facility on the property. Because this is the first time a hemp cultivation is being opened within the city of Rome, there might be some questions you have, and I'm excited to answer any of them. However, before we get into that, let's have some fun hemp facts. The first being that hemp has been federally protected in this country for 5 years now, via former President Donald Trump with his signing of the 2018 Farm Bill. That means since Trump put pen to paper, hemp has been cultivated and produced in all 50 states. In the state of Georgia alone, there are over 100 licensed hemp cultivations for the 2023 registered year, with cultivations as close as Cartersville and on the road to Calhoun. Hemp is as American as baseball, apple pie, and Mountain Dew. The Puritans brought hemp to New England in 1645 as a fiber source for household spinning and weaving. Cultivation spread to Virginia by 1775, and the crop grew so well, a commercial cordage industry developed. In the year 1760, George Washington predicted hemp would be more profitable than tobacco. And in fact, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison were all huge supporters of the hemp industry. John Adams is the only one of these 5 founding fathers that did not grow hemp on his estate. Even more modern, in World War II, every naval vessel was using rope that was made from, you guessed it, hemp. Hemp has incredible versatility, including but not limited to medical benefits, food and beverage, industrial and consumer textiles, building materials, and paper. However, as it relates to our business plan, we will be focused on the medical benefits at this time by growing with the intention of maintaining our small house brand, which currently has 13 different CBD and hemp-derived products, in addition to selling to other producers that we have a relationship via our membership in the Southeastern Hemp Association, a group we have been a part of since 2021. If you guys are interested, I have printed and able to provide a copy of our hemp cultivation license to the commission for your viewing. And if you have any further questions, I would be pleased to answer them at this time or take comments.
Okay, thank you. Okay, have someone in opposition of? If you would, please go to the podium, give us your name and your address. And you have up to 10 minutes.
My name is Annette Johnson. I live at One Cottage Circle, Rome, Georgia. My home is located directly across the street from this location, and there are a lot of residencies along this street. I think there's only like maybe 2 or 3 other businesses down this whole street. The rest are residential. My concerns are maybe more criminal people trying to come and break in to steal some of this supply of hemp for maybe other not very well-known or thought of uses and stuff, or maybe some kind of increase, as well as break-ins, maybe any other criminal activity. There's already a lot of traffic to the gym. It's open 24 hours. There's a lot of noise. We've had a shooting in the parking lot, already a car shot up. So my concern is for safety of neighborhood residences in this area because of this business opening up. Thank you.
Thank you. So did either of you want to rebut or have anything to say on her comments?
No comment.
Okay, thank you. Well, at this time, I'll declare the public hearing closed. And this time, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor, I will make a motion that we approve this rezoning from community commercial to light industrial.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, will you call the roll?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Cochran?
Yes.
Bojo?
No.
Beeman?
No.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
McDaniel?
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries. Okay. Mr.
Yes, Madam Mayor. Our next item for you this evening is file Z23-12-01 for the property at 200 Tom Bing Road. The property, or the request is to rezone from suburban residential to agricultural residential. The property is just shy of 44 acres in size. You see it outlined here on the map. It currently has one structure on it, which is a barn that supports the livestock that have been on it long before the ULDC was adopted. This property, most people don't even realize it's actually inside the city limits. This is a map of the area. The applicant's only real request or real desire is to put a home on there and make it his personal, somewhat of a hobby farm. It is not served by public sewer. This is the application itself. Most of the properties along Tom Bing Road are fairly large in size. This is looking in from the gate. You can see the barn in the background. Looking back towards Pleasant Valley Road. The nearest house across the street. And this does come with a staff recommendation of approval as well as a unanimous Planning Commission recommendation of approval.
Okay, thank you, sir. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing open. Do we have anyone here to speak in favor of? Okay, thank you. Do I have anyone here to speak in opposition of? Okay, sir, if you would come to the podium, give us your name and address. You have up to 10 minutes.
My name is Troy Lang. I live at 326 Fairwood Drive in Dallas, Georgia. Referring to the 200 Tom Bing Road, we purchased this, my wife, a few months ago. Close to retirement, we're looking to build a house there, raise our grandkids, teach them how to ride horses, have a few cows, a few chickens, just kind of do a little farm for us, a little personal farm. That's about it. Just looking at our little slice of heaven, retirement, forever home. Love the community, love the city, heard nothing but good things. Just looking to build a life, or what I got left.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing closed.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion that we approve this rezoning from suburban residential to agricultural residential.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Just want to ensure that we intend by rezoning this to allow the applicant to have any kind of farm animals in essentially any quantity, short of a chicken house, mass production chicken house that he wishes to have. And that if the neighbors start to complain about chickens, they can't come back and say, there's a part in the ULDC that says that you have to go back to the commission and ask for chickens. So we are all agreeing, if we vote for this, that.
It falls within that category.
Okay. All right.
Let me ask, how big is this piece of property?
Just shy of 44 acres.
44? And I'm with, we have taken a pretty good stance about not letting animals in the city like that. 44 acres is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
And if we can go along with that, similar to what Commissioner Cochran said, I'm all about it. Because there's a difference between putting a couple chickens or several chickens on 44 acres rather than a third or a half acre.
Agreed.
The commercial chickens, that would be business, and that would be something totally different. Okay?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Bryce, are we setting a precedent?
That's,
So keep in mind, this would be the first, if not the only property in the city that's zoned agricultural that's not Berry property. And so 99% of the city still doesn't allow for livestock. You just happen to have one property that managed to get into the city that is zoned to allow for it.
Any other questions or discussion?
Is it also ordinance in the city but you can do certain things to be allowed to have chickens, correct?
You can apply for a special use permit in the suburban residential zoning district, however, one has never been approved to my knowledge. Joe's nodding his head.
Okay, that makes a difference. That makes a big difference.
Any other discussion? Mr. Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes?
McDaniel.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Welcome to Rome, sir. Okay. Mr. Anderson.
And our third item for you this evening is file Z23-12-02. The request is to rezone from community commercial to neighborhood office commercial. This is the property outlined right here. It's a house. It's always been used as a house. Gentleman's looking to sell it. However, his potential buyer cannot get a mortgage. As you can see, it's surrounded on all sides by a church. I know the house to the right is technically a house, but the church owns it and uses it for church use. This is the zoning map of the area. Everything on this side of the street is zoned community commercial. However, you do have multiple homes there. Everything across the street is zoned high-density traditional residential. The reason for the request to neighborhood office commercial is because it would allow for the property to be used as a single-family home, or if some insurance agent or whoever wanted to use it as an office space, they technically could. It would not be out of character for the area. This was provided by the applicant. This is looking into the property. You can see a church building in the background. The former home to the right. The church directly across the street. This does come with a staff recommendation of approval as well as a unanimous planning commission recommendation of approval. Thank you, Madam.
Okay, thank you, sir. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing open. Do I have anyone here to speak in favor of? Do I have anyone here to speak in opposition of? Hearing or seeing none, I'll declare the public hearing closed.
Madam Mayor, I will make a motion that we approve this request for rezoning from community commercial to neighborhood office commercial for the property located on Lombardi Way.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes?
McDaniel.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries.
All right, and the last item we have for you this evening, we have a 10-year comprehensive plan. It was made in 2018. The Georgia Department of Community Affairs requires that we update it. We also have to do a 5-year update every 5 years. Part of that is a report of accomplishments for the projects that we've completed over the last 5 years. We have quite a successful ratio. We also have to set our 5-year work program for the next 5 years. And I can tell you that is actually longer than it was previously, so it's more ambitious. There's quite a few more categories, or items in each category. Let's see, we also updated our policies, and we also exceeded the amount of public engagement required. We've held all the required public hearings, and it even had a 30-day review period. It is now ready to be evaluated by the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. This does come with a staff recommendation of approval.
Thank you, and this will be the last public hearing. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing open. Do I have anyone here to speak in favor of? Do I have anyone here to speak in opposition of? Seeing or hearing any, I'll declare the public hearing closed. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I will make the motion that we approve this 5-year comprehensive plan update.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, Mr. Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes?
McDaniel.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries, sir.
Thank you. It's
Thank
been a
you for your
pleasure
work.
presenting in front of you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Clerk?
No report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Manager?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a few items, if you will indulge me. First, an announcement. Our City of Rome administrative offices will be closed for the Christmas holiday on Monday, December 25th, and also Tuesday, the 26th. For those that are interested in garbage service, Monday's garbage route will be serviced on Tuesday. Tuesday's route will be serviced on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday will be serviced as normal. We will close the Walker Mountain landfill on Monday, the 25th, and Tuesday, the 26th. So if you're looking to get rid of all the wrapping paper, be mindful. Also, in light of the New Year's holiday, we will also be closed, our administrative offices, on January 1, 2024. Monday's route will be serviced on Tuesday. Tuesday's route will be serviced on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday will be serviced as usual. Walker Mountain Landfill will be closed on New Year's Day, Monday, January 1st, 2024. And Madam, if you would allow me to go off script for a moment. Just want to, from this seat as city manager, thank you for your service as mayor. We will miss you as mayor, and I hope that you didn't always dread the calls from the city manager, because sometimes I know that was oh boy, what is it going to be now? What's it going to be this time? And Commissioner Askew, same for you. We appreciate your service to the city of Rome. And if y'all thought you were going to get out of here empty-handed, I've asked our city clerk to assist, and so on behalf of the city commission and all city employees, we have a small token of appreciation for each of you to think, hopefully, with fond memories of your time with the city. And so it has been my privilege, and that concludes my report, Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It has been a privilege for me to serve these past 8 years. Thank you all so much. The Rome Florida Development Authority will meet on Tuesday, December the 19th at 10 a.m. at 800 Broad Street. That's the maintenance building center, and that is open to the public. And downstairs, we went into executive session. Commissioner Cochran made the motion to go in, and Commissioner Dow seconded. The purpose of this session was to perform the annual evaluation for City Manager Sammy Rich. And I'm pleased to announce that Mr. Rich was recommended for continued employment and received a favorable evaluation and will receive a 4% increase in his annual salary. To come out of executive session, Commissioner Dowse made the motion, and it was seconded by Commissioner Quick. And I want to say to each of you, and then everybody that's watching during this holiday season, I hope that you will have a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you may celebrate during this time, but enjoy family and friends. Commissioner Cochran.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. No report other than to say it's been an honor to serve with both you and Commissioner Askew, and we appreciate your service to the city of Rome, and I appreciate your friendship. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Bojo.
Just one meeting announcement. Water and Sewer will meet Thursday, January 4th. Oh, I'm sorry, that meeting has been canceled, unbeknownst to me.
It's going to be an easy week for you.
It'll be, yeah,
Easy week.
Okay.
And again, Madam Mayor, Commissioner Askew, thank you for your time and your service, and I appreciate what you did.
Thank you. Commissioner Beekman.
Madam Mayor, I do not have a report, but I want to formally tell you that there is no way I could have made it without you. I thank you, and this is not the end, this is just the beginning. I say thank you for paving the way. Thank you for taking me up under your wings. Thank you for making me feel like that every time I walked into this room, it wasn't just a man's world without our pearls and our jewels. I love you. I can't wait to continue to serve with you. I look forward to what God has to do with you, and I love you.
I love you. Thank you. Commissioner Dowse.
Well, first, Mayor, I want to talk a minute about the ceremony we had this past week for the Kingfisher Disc Golf Course. It started at a city commission retreat. It got off to a good start with the commission support and with the collaboration of a lot of different people and departments, it's open. And we had a wonderful ceremony. It's a new sport. If you're familiar with throwing a Frisbee, it's a little like throwing a Frisbee, but you're throwing a disc at a basket. And it's a lot of fun. It gets you outside. You get some fresh air. It's not that hard if you practice a little bit. But most importantly, I want to thank you, Sunday, and you, Bonnie, for your service to the city. I know you love the city. You both were very committed to the citizens, and you brought a lot to the table, and we're gonna miss you. And again, thank you, and please stay in touch. Please stay in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Quick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I do want to make an announcement that the Rome Floyd Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, January 4th at 2:30 p.m. in the Sam King Room. Also, kudos to all of the wonderful people that make our downtown such a great place to be, a wonderful award ceremony this past Friday morning. And Madam Mayor and Commissioner, I too really want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for all that you have done for this city and for your passion for this city. And like I said Friday morning, the great thing about this city is the people. So thank you both, and Godspeed.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Askew.
Madam Mayor, I'll end my term on this commission with a Public Safety Committee meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. And I'd like to say to the citizens of the city of Rome, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve. It is, and it is and has always been my desire to be of service to my community. That won't change. There are things that I have to do to, at this time, that makes this exit appropriate. But I thank you for the opportunities. And Madam Mayor, it's been a pleasure serving with you. And to each of my fellow commissioners, I pray that you will continue to serve this community in the way that God would lead you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Collins.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no report, but I would tell you that it's been quite an honor to serve up under your leadership, Madam Mayor, and I'll talk about Bonnie separate. But you've been a pillar in this community. Being the first African-American mayor, you serve honorably in every category and every assignment that you was given. You represented us in a way that had national senators as well as congressmen coming to the city of Rome, Georgia. You served in such a manner that they saw favorable to send us all that funds down here for Northwest Regional Hospital. We greatly appreciate that. You was probably the only mayor I served up under to tell me, hush right now. And I said, okay. And we did what you told us. I mean, you kept us in line. And I'm greatly appreciated of the opportunity to serve up under you and your leadership. Thank you for that privilege. As far as my colleague here, me and Bonnie's old West Rome boys, and he was a commissioner before I became a commissioner. I've been around here for almost 30 years. And even seeing each other in the grocery store or wherever, even before he got on as commissioner, he was always commissioner to me. I appreciate the times that we have had. You've always been honorable and love this city so. I didn't know. I walked up in faith-based organization which he served. He was in the pulpit, and I thought he was actually finna preach for the day. But I've enjoyed the times I've had to spend not only with you, but with your family. It's going to be tough, and I'm going to miss you a great deal. Your friendship means a great deal to me, as well as your service to this community. I would say, great job well done. Thank you, Mr. Veteran, Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Deacon, and all the hats that you wear. Thank you. That's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner McDaniel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. One meeting announcement, Rome Floyd Parks and Recreation will meet Tuesday, December the 19th at noon at the Thornton Center. And Madam Mayor, I want to say to you, it's been an honor to serve with you. It's been an honor to get to know you. Bonnie, I've known you. We got way too many old West Rome boys up here. Ms. Bojo's one as well, and Commissioner Beeman. She's just a baby compared to you. I've known Bonnie and I kind of got the same background. We worked at the paper mill. He stayed there for a long time. I worked there for a little while, but I don't know that people understand when you put yourself out to run for public office. It's not always easy, and it's hard, and it leaves scars sometimes, and you make friendships. It's not for the faint-hearted, and I truly appreciate the service that Sonny and Bonnie have brought to the city of Rome. They care every bit as much about this community as I do or any of these commissioners do, and I appreciate your service. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, nothing else before the commission?
Ms. Mayor,
Yes.
Madam Mayor, can I say one other thing? Because there's no way in the world tonight I could roll you two together because you are both unique. But to Commissioner Askew, I can't say thank you enough. I will cherish the times that we stood here, all 7 of us, during Black History Month, making incredible history. I will cherish that for a lifetime. We can't turn back the hands of time, but I appreciate the time that you gave us to be able to transition all the knowledge that we've gained into our communities. You are a phenomenal man. You have done so much for our communities, and we can never take that for granted. On this commission, for every birthday that you baked a cake, you left that phenomenal taste in all of our mouths, and we salute you. I'm here to tell you that your job is not over. Your servitude is beyond what we can imagine. Continue to let God use you, because we know you're one of his servants, and he has greater things, greater heights for you to conquer. I love you, I thank you, and thank God for your history. Thank you.
Madam Mayor? Yes, sir. I move we adjourn.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank you.